where I was just flatline. I wasn't breathing at all. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about sleep apnea, which is a sleeping disorder that I've been diagnosed with about a year ago. I thought it was a good subject to get on because it affects a lot of guys that are in our industry that don't necessarily know how to identify the side effects of having this issue. So this is what I'm able to gather, and it's something that I've had a lot of questions on because of the recent progress that I've been making, even though I'm in my health phase and I haven't changed anything else than fixing this issue. It's really something that I think most people don't necessarily take in consideration, but it is very important that you get that in check if you are dealing with it. What is sleep apnea? Like I said, it's a breathing disorder that creates lapses in breathing while you're sleeping. And that can be caused normally by a lack of space in the airway of your throat. That can be caused by, example, if you build a big amount of muscle mass or if you're obese. Normally those are the people that are being affected by it because it contracts the actual airway and it prevents the oxygen from going through. In my case, what that would cause is that when I would wake up, I would never be fully recovered. I would not be concentrated at work. I would forget things. I would fall asleep in pretty much anywhere I would go. And that would cause a lot of problems in terms of my performance in the gym, my performance at work, and just overall well-being, being around other people. Myself personally, I've been diagnosed with severe apnea. So my apnea was I was doing 68 episodes an hour. So episodes are basically when you stop breathing. So it could be short or it could be long periods in which you're not breathing. My longest periods I think were around 48 seconds where I was just flatline. I wasn't breathing at all. And during that time, when you're not breathing, well, your body goes into a panic state, right? So my heart rate would go up oftentimes to around 120, 127 beats per minute. And that, is just me sleeping. So you can imagine how much stress my body was going under, just me being asleep. So my body wasn't even growing or even recovering, or even my brain wasn't fully recovered when I would wake up. So you can imagine how much detriment that is on the human body. Even though this is something that I had for probably a couple of years, I was still able to make good progress. So what I have right now is only a nasal mask. This is what it is. It only covers my nose. It allows me to breathe through my nose. That is something also that people will notice, is that when they wake up and they have severe apnea, their throat is going to be dry because they're breathing through their mouth, and oftentimes they're going to be snoring during the night. Those are signs that you have apnea. Other signs is just basically you don't breathe. That will be noticeable by people that are around you. Let's say if your girlfriend's with you, she'll know you're making weird sounds when you sleep. You could benefit from having this kind of device. On my device here, now it's closed obviously, but it will be written how many episodes I'm having a night. So now I'll be having maybe 0.3, 0.5 episodes an hour, which versus 68 is enormous of a difference. Right now, just being, off cycle, off everything, I'm able to produce as much strength in the gym, and I'm also progressing, or at least holding on to the same amount of weight. I'm still like 335 right now, and I'm not taking anything. Sleep is so underrated, I find. I didn't really imagine how much I was putting gains on the table and weren't using everything that I could to actually make progress. And now we're talking progress, but even if we're talking into a health standpoint, in terms of my heart health, if your heart rate is always racing, even though you're sleeping, we hear about all these things about bodybuilders dying young and stuff like that and having heart issues. These are things that you guys need to look into, because especially if you're a big guy, those are things that are eventually going to catch up to you And as a personal experience, I can tell you that all of this has been a huge game changer, and I recommend 100%. So like and subscribe and comment below. I love to hear you guys' feedback and also ideas on next videos to come. Ciao.